everyone, welcome to the Summit Racing Performance Parts Expo. Gen 3 Hemi swaps are becoming more and more popular. Fortunately, Hooker Headers offers a solution to make these swaps much simpler on D100s, 150s, V-bodies, and more. Let's throw it out to the Holley garage for a closer look at the Hooker Blackheart Gen 3 swap system to learn more.
All right, hi everybody. Today we are out here in our development lab. My name is Tim Grillo. I'm the Director of Engineering, and I have Matt Bell with me. He's one of our platform engineering program leaders. So today we're going to be here to talk about Gen 3 Hemis. The Gen 3 Hemi's been out for a while now. What's it been out since? 2003? Yeah, and lots of configurations. There's tons of them available in junkyards. They range anywhere from around 350 horsepower, is that right, Matt? All the way up to 800, if you go up to all the way up to the big dog one. So they're everywhere, there's plentiful. Mopar's actually been doing a really good job of making lots of crate engines and have their own support system. So we're really embracing this, and there's just tons of these out there, and they have tons of potential. So we're really jumping all over making these engines work great in your hot rods and your race cars and all that kind of stuff. So today we're here around this old pickup truck. Trucks are really popular right now. Again, they make great platforms for old hot rods or race vehicles or whatever. There's a lot of guys out drag racing these, using them for hot rods and all kinds of stuff. So we started off developing a system to put the Hemi in here. So Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we got here?
All right, the truck's a 1981 Dodge Ram D150. We've got a 5.7 Hemi out of a 2013 Dodge Charger. It also has the NAG1 transmission behind it, and we're using that. The system we've come up with, we wanted all the parts to play together nice, so we started with the motor mounts. Typically, other components that you buy from other companies, the motor is placed in such a way that the transmission bell housing is in the same position as factory, and that gives you a bunch of problems. It creates more problems than it fixes. So what we decided to do is move the motor forward 1.25 inches. You see our mounts are welded together sheet metal brackets. They use these stock rubber isolators, interlocking rubber isolators that would have come on this truck originally. We moved the engine forward 1.25 inches. It gives you extra clearance around your brake booster against the firewall, and you can get all of your stock accessories and everything in there as far as clearance. You can see we've got the engine cover clears, your brake booster, your master cylinder, your firewall. You've still got your hard lines for the coolant tubes that run underneath the air intake manifold, so you can still use that. Variable runner length system is, you can still use that here. It does not crash in your firewall, so you don't have to delete that. We think that's a pretty nice feature. Up front, you got your accessories, your AC compressor will fit without any modifications as long as it's a VVT motor. Your alternator bracket, we're coming up with a solution for that. That'll come down the pike a little later.
So today we're really talking about the headers, the cross member, the motor mounts, and the exhaust. As we get into this, we're finding more and more problems with the swap system. So as we find problems, we're going to create solutions for everybody out in the market. So as we do this stuff, we just keep creating more and more solutions. So when we're done with this whole system and all the parts that are coming, we're going to have a complete system that makes this super easy for everybody out there to do.
All right, so I think that's pretty much everything under here. I think we should go and lift this up and show everybody everything underneath. What do you think?
That's good. Let's get her in here.
All right. All right, now we got this thing up. I'll show you some of the stuff underneath here. So another one of the big benefits of moving the engine forward a little bit is the clearance it provides with the oil filter. So Matt, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Typically, if the engine's not moved forward like we've done, you'll have to make some accommodations for your oil filter. That's a relocation kit or notching your frame. There's a lot of guys out there buying the 45-degree adapter. You don't need to do that with this kit. You can use your filter as is, and you still have plenty of clearance. If you'd like to use the 45-degree adapter, you can. Other thing that this kit works well with the stock truck pan. This is a cast pan. I can't remember what this one came out of, but there's also a sheet metal pan that works as well. All Chrysler Mopar OEM stock. You can buy directly from them. You can see undershot of our mounts here. They're nice and clean. Comes with all the hardware you need, and we're also going to offer the isolators as well.
All right, so this cross member, they put a lot of effort into making this a very modular thing to work with lots of stuff. So again, Matt, why don't you go into some of the detail of what we did with this cross member and how it works with everything?
All right, this is a really cool piece. We've engineered in a double hoop there, so you can do a 3-inch exhaust if you like. Also, this thing's modular, like Tim was saying. With some adapters, you can go from 727, 46RE, NAG1, 8 HP 90, 8 HP 70, all that will work with this cross member. You'll just have different adapters and different bolt placement for your side brackets here, which is pretty sweet.
Okay, so these are the adapters that we were talking about with this cross member. So this one right here is the one that converts it to 727. That's the 8 HP, and that's the 5. Go ahead, Matt.
The 545 RFE and the 46 RE use the same plate.
And then of course the NAG one is the one that it's already up in there. So that kind of shows you this is all the adapter is that it takes to convert the cross member to different transmissions.
So for instance, if you only have money for a 46 RE or a 727 and later on you decide you want 5 speeds, you buy the adapter, you move your cross member forward a little bit.
You reuse this piece right here.
Reuse this piece. So that's pretty sweet. Here we've got the NAG 1 transmission in. As you can see, we're developing some other goodies to go along with that. I'll keep that a little bit of a secret. You can see that right now we've got the exhaust kit, which is actually the master. So we use these to develop our parts. We come up with where we want the tubes to be. We paint them red so we know what they are. This kit will be on the shelf by the time this video airs, so disregard the red paint. This kit is a 2.5 to single muffler. Goes out to a 3-inch tailpipe, comes out the side behind the rear tire. We also offer a dual exit, which is basically the same kit, but you'll have 2 pipes coming out and dual exit out the side. 1 muffler, and the muffler has the cross pipe, the X pipe built into it. You can get a good shot of our headers here. These are also really sweet. These things are probably better than anything on the market that we've seen. The main benefit with this header is drivers and passengers starter, either one. Whichever one you want to use, this bad boy will do it. So
let's elaborate on that just a bit. So these engines come, depending on what year or make model they came out of, they have starters on either side, right? So
most of the cars have passenger side starter. Most of the truck engines have a driver side starter.
So depending on what you get out of a junkyard, the starter could be on the driver or passenger side. So we accommodated either one. So these headers will work either way. So you're open, you're not locked into having to get a certain Gen 3 Hemi. Any Gen 3 Hemi will work with these headers.
And again, later on, if you decide to go with a modern transmission, later on you won't have to buy new headers. Pretty sweet. 304 stainless steel, 1 7/8 primaries. We also have O2 sensor bungs in each collector, so you can keep your EFI.
Ground clearance is really good on them. Nothing hangs below the frame.
Correct. Correct. Pretty nice piece. They're really easy to install as well.
All right, well, that's pretty much it, everybody. Thanks for checking it out with us. We're really excited about this whole program. Keep your eye out to Holley.com. We got a lot more stuff for Gen 3 Hemis coming out. So in the very short future, we're going to have all kinds of stuff for anything you want to do with one of these things.